Okay, I cobbled together a fan control for my Daikin air handler. There's not enough thermostat wires to connect to the thermostat in the house to run the fan. So I opened this up and just got on the terminal strip there and exposed the two fan terminals right there, continuous fan. And I put it on one of my little ESP 8266 modules. This is called an ESP01. It's a little Wi-Fi module, and there's a relay with some contacts. Right now I'm powering it by a little 9-volt battery, but I'll have a little 5-volt power supply there soon. Anyway, I've been working on this for another project with the Arduino IDE. I wrote some code here, and it actually serves up a little web page here, as you can see. Right now my iPad is dead, so it's charging. Normally I would access this web page with my iPhone, but I'm using the iPhone here to film this. It's a local IP, and it'll go Wi-Fi right from the computer right to that little antenna. And let's see if it works. So I'm just going to set this here. I'm going to just click the on here. Bink. And I heard the relay click. And I hear the fan spooling up. So if you look in the little peep window, it shows you what mode it's in. It's in F for fan. And a little blinking green LED tells how many CFM it is. So let's count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's what I set it to. There's a series of dip switches in there that gives me either 25%, 50%, 75, or 100% of the maximum airspeed that this handler will run, which is 1,200 cubic feet per minute CFM. 50, the default was 50%, which was 600 CFM. I thought that was a little bit low, so I looked in a book, figured out what two dip switches I had to switch to put it at 75%. So 75% of 1,200 CFM is 900 CFM, and that's perfect. Normally when the heat pump is running, this will run at 800 CFM, so 100 CFM more isn't too objectionable for the noise. So we go out here. There's an air intake here leading into the living room, we can hear. And the main one is up here and up in that hallway, the steps. So the idea being, well, first of all, let me back up. So this thermostat has a mode where you can do random fan. There's a fan control, but it requires 6 wires, and there's only 5 wires in original house wiring. So the HVAC techs just omitted the fan lead. Ideally, I would go up in the attic, try to fish a new thermostat wire down through that wall and through that header and go up in that attic and get behind there. It's a lot of work. I may still have to do that. But the idea is to run this, was to augment my natural gas burning stove here. Look at Casper the cat. He loves that heat. You get so lazy. This thing just shut off and it is plenty warm. It has its own fan, and it blows fan or heat in here, and convection usually takes that heat up into this upper level, the kitchen area. So right now it's hot, it's warm, and that heat just convects right up through here. And as you can see, it heated the thermostat up to 75, even though my set point is only 66, so it's not using the heat pump at all. So this area is pretty warm, 75. If we go in the dining room, it actually, well, kind of gets there, 68. That's kind of a problem we're trying to solve, is to get some of that airflow up in here. So the idea of running that fan is it's going to take some of this warm air here, suck it in through that bigger air intake, and of course the one down in the mid-level, well, I guess it's the lower level there, and blow it around all the different registers, which there's one back here. This is the living room. Let's turn some lights on here. Yeah, the idea is just to get some airflow going so that I don't have this big pressure gradient right here. It kind of usually hangs out right up in here, the heat. My hope is that would take it, blow it around the registers, and help distribute the heat that this stove puts out. So proof of concept kind of works. I got these motion detector lights. I have these really miniature small transformers. I'm going to build a 5-volt supply for this, mount this somewhat permanently, and I could turn it on and off at will. I usually just camp out in my chair. That little web app runs on the phone or the iPad or the laptop. Where is my laptop? So I could do a series of things. I mean, I could write the code. I could do timing functions, maybe some randomizations, or somehow tie it into this thing. And whenever this thing comes on and the fan comes on, it will run that heat. But anyway, that's kind of what we got.